My cat's been staring at me for like 5 minutes now
That's
because I won't pet her. She's
oh,
angry. She doesn't have eyebrows, but I'm picturing her with eyebrows right now. She's very angry. I can see
oh.
them downturned.
I guess we're doing the Ken's Hands podcast. Welcome back to the Ken's Hands podcast. I'm Ken's left hand.
Ken's right hand here.
We do podcasts now because we can't keep Ken entertained all day. He's got to do something with his life, and so do we. So,
And without his hands, apparently. Personally, I think he's right-handed. I mean, I remember I watched the Barbie Life in the Dream House back when I was like in 3rd grade, maybe. He was definitely right-handed vibes. I felt those right-handed vibes.
as Ken's right hand, what has been the most traumatizing form of adult cartoon content that you have had to witness?
Shoved up his dog's anus.
Lovely. See, I'm the most I ever see is just being stuck in the tissue box. I supply the tissues. I don't do the job. I just clean up after the aftermath.
That's equally as dramatic.
can, I can hear your disappointment from the screen.
That wasn't disappointment, that was just me crying.
Oh, why are you sad? Right hand.
Many reasons, my friend. Alright, my cat's here now. She got tired of giving me the death stare. Now she's sitting on my leg and
What
it's going numb.
what would be like the weirdest place you've ever found your cat in your house?
One time, I don't know if this was like 2 years ago, maybe 3. Entire family, we went out to like, run errands and stuff. It was a weekend, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gone for like maybe 6 hours. And then we came back and we couldn't find my cat. And we like didn't know where she was. And so it was night and I was like about to turn off the lights
Oh.
and I hear meowing coming from the inside of my drawer, which is like for my pants and stuff. And
Oh.
so I was like, yo, what the So I opened up the drawer. My cat was sitting there. She was staring at me and she was meowing furiously because this dumbass got herself locked in the drawer for
Oh.
6+ hours. And since she's declawed, we didn't declaw her. We adopted her like that. She was declawed and like she couldn't scratch or anything and she's pretty weak. So she
I
wasn't
felt that.
yeah, she wasn't very strong. She couldn't like
I can't build up that muscle mass on the left hand.
sing.
But
But
you're the right hand.
wait, you are the left hand.
Wait.
Ma'am, but she was inside of that goddamn drawer for like hours
Oh.
and so that's what happened.
That,
And then another time,
yeah.
she was stuck inside of the pantry, the kitchen pantry, because for some reason she likes to eat plastic, right? We
Yeah.
don't know why or how. And so she found some like chip bags or something inside of the pantry, and then she went in, locked herself, and then couldn't get out. I don't really know what to tell you about her plastic addiction, but
God damn it, she's a
it's
sea turtle. Is that okay to say on
probably not, but you know what? It's gonna stay in. What about you? You had a couple of hamsters, right?
I've had 2 hamsters, and see the thing about like the hamsters is like typically they stay in the cages, but mine were kind of like smart, I guess. I don't. I remember my first hamster did this more than my second one, but like she would just climb up onto like the cage door and just chew at like where you would open it up, like because she wanted to come outside to play. And I remember like one time she did it for like hours. Like she would do this for hours sometimes. But I remember she did it once. Like we were going to bed, and like she did it so much that the door actually managed to open. I don't know how, but it did. And so then, I was like going to sleep, and I heard my mom shrieking outside, and I just come outside like what, and like my hamster is in like the kitchen. It's like not even in the kitchen. It's standing in front. It's literally paralyzed in fear. It's just in front of the kitchen. Or I used
She
to
saw a
live.
ghost.
No, she saw my mom. The way our kitchen was is it wasn't like those big open one. It was like there's like a little entranceway and you just go inside, and now there's just side here and side here. But it was like but there's only a one-way entrance into the kitchen, right? And my hamster, I don't know what kind of feather falling boots she was wearing to fall
She
down.
was she Mission Impossibled her way out of there.
She was just sitting there in front of the thing, and like my mom shrieked so loudly that she was just paralyzed there in fear, and she just sat there for like a solid minute, not moving at all. This little tiny gray adorable hamster, while my mom was like screaming in the back of the kitchen to like get it out of the way so that she could leave, and my mom was just stuck there for 2 minutes while I was coming over, and then I scooped up the hamster and I played with her a bit before I put her back. But that was so fun. I know she's like a wild mouse. We've had her for like a couple of months when this time happened. Not even like my mom was more accustomed with the hamster than me. Fun time.
That reminds me of this one video I saw, like, I want to say a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. Happened.
Ken's left hand and Ken's right hand.
Instead of hand, it's testicle. But anyways, it was this one video that I saw a couple days ago. It was like this. It was a video of this hamster. Someone was feeding their hamster, and like they kept pulling the food away. And so after a while, the hamster just sort of sits there and stares off into the distance. And like behind it, it's the audio that goes like, "Why are we here? Just to suffer?" And it goes on for like a full minute and then cuts off suddenly. And I think,
Great.
yeah, no, because like I feel like the internet has completely broken my sense of humor because I sat there laughing for that, like, with that, about that, for like, I want to say like a good amount of time. And
um
I, that was just immaculate.